Welcome to Rotten Reviews
Shit,
Plus,
tough.
Minus, Multiply, Divide.
Damn. By Dolph Hayes.
By Dolph Shays. We'll get to that. Those big Dolph Shays fans, you know.
Yeah.
This is time for how we start every show, the Damian Lillard update.
I don't want to call it that anymore.
That's fair.
Yeah, I don't like him.
Yep. All right.
Or his wife.
I said this last week. I'll say it again this week. You can't promise someone Miami and then give them Milwaukee. You just can't. That's not something you can do. It's almost messed up, honestly.
But we could talk about Wemby.
Wemby, yeah, the Miami Heat played the Spurs in a preseason game, and
We can talk about how we didn't like it.
Wembanyama, he did the Michael Jordan Space Jam arm from the other side of the universe, and
Over our entire team.
yeah.
I think with both hands.
That give and go
Two.
is undefeated.
Dude just like it was like, what the fuck
What did he
is
do?
that? Like, it was ridiculous.
So
The guy on our team, I don't even know who it was. He's like looking at the
Highsmith,
crowd, like,
the
how the
Highsmith,
fuck
yeah,
do
he
you-
was just like, which was all of us. That was all of us
But,
watching.
the game before that, who we played? The Hornets? We played the Hornets,
we played
I think.
the Hornets.
And, we were actually not looking great either, but shout out Cole Swider for our rally comeback in the fourth quarter.
For a lot of
Cole Swider.
a lot of
That's
Cole
gonna be
Swider
the,
fans. That's the new
The
Maxsters.
whole season.
That's the new guy that
It's
no
just
one on the
random
team knows, and
fuck.
it's
Shout
like,
out
all right, we
Jackson.
like him.
Yeah,
It's like, that's
good
my ride or
job.
die now. Please do not trade Max Strus. You want to so with the NBA season coming up right around the corner, as we said, it is in preseason. You wanted to discuss the NBA 75, the list that came out prior to the 75th season.
Yeah.
That just, it's not a ranking. It's just 75 all-time players.
I didn't want to discuss it too much, but we did have a few conversations about certain players and how they should be on it. I personally think
Bob Cousy.
Vince
Get
Carter
the fuck out of there.
can stay off. It's all right. Klay Thompson could be on, even though he doesn't really do much as a two-way player. I really think that.
I mean, that's not fair.
Two-way players.
That's not
and
fair
really,
that like at this point in his career, he's not much of a he's a two-way player. But
his career, he averages like 3 rebounds a game for his career.
Oh yeah, but I mean, just like he was, I feel like, peak of like what they were doing in Golden State, where he was guarding the harder guard every single night, so Curry could use that kind of energy on offense. He was a great spot up shooter. He had the game where he scored like 60 points off 11 dribbles. Like you could say that he knows his role, which I feel like is your take here, but he knows it and he plays it really well.
Yeah, I'm not even saying I think he should be on the list.
He should be on the list. So there's someone that should
more
be.
than a Vince Carter, like Vince Carter, like we talked about. He had like a half-assed career just because he had longevity.
I disagree. I think that there's something to longevity. So I think that if you're the type of player that can play for 20 years and like contribute, maybe you could say that he contributed well for like 2/3 of those years, but. I think
he went from averaging like 25 points to like averaging like 13.
Well, yeah, I mean, not
years.
everyone's LeBron. If anything, it really like demonstrates how good LeBron is. That he could be in his 20th year and still putting up over 20 points a game. It's hard.
Yeah, but like he's not even. I'm not talking about LeBron.
Well, I'm using Vince Carter as like a point. Like no one really plays that long, and if they do, of course, their production falls off.
Yeah. But, it isn't, Haslam's not on the 75 list and no one's arguing that.
Because Haslam...
Haslam's point.
No, I got you. Haslam's peak, right? Vince Carter's peak. So they're both important. It's the longevity
Who's got
and
the
it's...
rings?
And it's... All right, so with that logic...
Is Robert Horry on the NBA 75?
He is.
He is.
Yeah.
Oh, well, fuck. Well, with that logic, yeah, Vince Carter, see you later.
Who is Bill Sharpen? If we're just getting rid of people, like we are having like intelligent conversations, like who could
Vince
actually
Carter's not
go?
even on it.
Who is Vince Carter's not on it?
No, that's my point. He doesn't belong.
He doesn't belong. From the Jerry Seinfeld school of who deserves to be on the NBA top 75 list.
Yeah, Vince Carter shouldn't fucking be there.
Agree to disagree. Over.
He's not on it.
Over Dolph Shays. You're gonna put Dolph Shays over him.
Yo, I think he averaged like 9 rebounds and 18 points throughout his career.
Yeah, but he did it against plumbers. Shout out JJ Redick.
Other tall plumbers. He's getting 9 rebounds over tall and scoring 18 over other tall fucking plumbers. You know?
Bruno, knowing absolutely nothing about Dolph Shays except the points per game that we Googled.
Yeah.
Do you think you could take Dolph Shays in a one-on-one?
Probably because he hasn't played against a step back.
If you... Bruno, do you think that you can take Vince Carter?
No.
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 Dolph Shays, get the fuck off our list.
Not how it works.
Fuck off our list.
Fine.
Fuck off the list.
There's somebody else. There was some fucking... His name was like Bob McAdoo. And
I know him.
I don't know his stat line, but that fucking name, he can go.
Just based on your name. Just based on the name. Get out. All right, I'm with it. We want to talk about the sacred timeline on today's episode. For those of you big fans of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I actually drew a picture to demonstrate. So this is Back to the Future logic. It's also like the butterfly effect with Ashton Kutcher.
You have to go back and bang your mom.
Where you go back in time, it directly impacts the timeline that you're on. This is basically how the Avengers were doing time travel up until the Loki series season 2, where you go back in time, but you go back in time to a branched timeline. So everything that you do doesn't necessarily affect the original timeline's future, where someone like Loki or Gamora could die and then show up in Loki, the television show, or Guardians of the Galaxy, because they're taken from a different timeline.
And I seem to have like a different understanding of this because I like Interstellar so much that I just mix it all together. And Interstellar,
oh man,
it's like a grid line, and it's everything is branched timeline. I don't know if you go back to a branched timeline.
You go back to a timeline. There is
like the fact that you
timeline.
went back in the first place makes a branch. You go back somewhere, and there's a branch, and
then you go back to the future, and then there's a branch,
and then you fuck your mom,
and then you fuck your mom,
and then we steal.
Yes,
Johnny
and that's
Be Good from them.
And then Source Code, Hot Tub Time Machine. These are all movies where they're just trying to fuck their moms.
Oedipus Complex.
Groundhog Day, just trying to fuck his mom.
Bill Murray's just
trying to fuck his mom. Miss Murray.
Box of Tony Phil.
Box of Tony Phil. And that brings us to Rotten Reviews. I don't understand how time travel works.
I got a doozy for Harry, kind of. I think. Just because you didn't see Neverending Story, I'm afraid you didn't see this because it's a timeless kids classic, and it's not Fern Gully.
Rough. All right, I'll start this week.
Yeah, you get it up.
Great effects, a dime's worth of headache-inducing story.
Great effects, a dime worth of headache-inducing story. I don't want to say Avengers, but Avengers.
I am purposely trying to not give you superhero movies because there's a million of them, and I know all of them, as we discussed in that last.
And I do not.
There we go. I did not feel that I wasted my 2 hours or my $7 plus another $2 for the indigestible Raptor Bites candy tie-in, but I was deeply disappointed by how much about this movie.
Jurassic Park?
It is Jurassic Park. Let's get it.
Raptor Bites.
I feel like just me saying a movie cost $7 should have given it away. It's like...
What do you mean?
Belle yesterday, she just went to go see the new Taylor Swift movie, which is in theaters now.
That's a movie?
So it's like a concert experience movie. Tickets, bruh, $22 a ticket.
Oh god.
$22 a ticket.
I just figured since you were going on Tuesday, you adjusted the price in your review.
The 3D conversion ruins everything, like the comet that killed the dinosaurs, making this movie the rare amusement I'd prefer to revisit at home.
Mine is significantly harder than yours, I think.
See, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
I think it's a lot harder.
All right.
I'm sorry for the viewers. Josh, you're going to guess this in 2 seconds, though, so I appreciate that.
Okay.
All right. Weak Macaulay Culkin fantasy with some cartoon violence.
Oh, that is, one more time.
Weak Macaulay Culkin fantasy with some cartoon violence.
That's, it's, dude, wow, it just blanked from my head.
Oh, if you know it, I'm so happy.
I know the movie. It's the Christmas movie where the parents go out of town.
Oh.
No, it's not that one?
You're guessing Home Alone.
I am guessing Home Alone.
All right. So, what else is funny is somebody else left the same review. They were like, I like that guy's review. He fucking just copy and pasted it. If you're looking for a movie that may inspire your children to read, ignore this one and lay your money down for Princess Bride or The Never-Ending Story.
I don't think I can name any other Macaulay Culkin movies.
What?
The black and white music video with Michael Jackson.
No.
I forgot the name of Home Alone. What the fuck are we doing?
Crazy.
What are we doing?
A nice starting point for an important conversation with your child about why so many cartoons think children are stupid.
Secession.
Have you never seen The Pagemaster?
What is that? I gave you Jurassic Park this week.
The movie with when he goes in, Lenhart knew it, so I was like, Harry might know it then.
What is that?
The Pagemaster is the movie where he goes into all the books. You didn't watch this as a kid?
No, I've never seen this.
Bro, this movie's fantastic, but it got a 21, so
It's from 1994.
Yeah, when are you born?
I was 0 in 1994. Until the last week of 1994, I was 0. So maybe I did see it. I just don't.
So you never saw Lion King?
I don't remember much of being 0.
You never saw Lion King?
You think that this movie is iconic as Lion King?
If we're going off 94 years and shit, then I don't know.
This movie has Patrick Stewart, Whoopi Goldberg. It's a nice cast.
It's a good movie. So have you seen Princess Bride?
What's the anybody want a peanut?
Have
No,
you seen?
no. I've seen.
I think you need to watch more movies.
I've seen I Love You, Man.
You gotta watch more movies.
What is Home Alone?
Yeah, man. The fact that you couldn't.
I couldn't remember.
Home Alone.